It's the deadline weekend. Welcome back to the podcast. This is Tony.
And I'm TM.
Thank you for joining us once again. And we thank you for always checking out our videos and all the feedback, of course, that you've been giving us. But we're entering a very special segment of the weekend, Timothy, where teams will be wrapping up their transfers. How do you rate some of the transfers that have been completed so far?
I think, Tony, a lot of business has been done in the last 24 hours. We always see teams in the panic mode trying to purchase, but I think this helps the teams that have lost players in the first games of the season to be able to find those replacements. Man United, we know, lost two number threes, so they've got a number three there in Sergio Reguilon. And I think they're one of the teams, even at the start of our show, we said have done the good business. Arsenal, for me, have been quiet in the latter stage, but they did their business all enough. So I think Arsenal and Man United did good business. Liverpool is in the panic mode, I think, to bring in people to cover up because of the movement to the Arab countries. And also, we've seen Man City bring in Nunes. I think even Man City has panicked a bit because of the way they
left it late.
Yes, they left it late. So that's how I view. I think Arsenal, Man U did the business all enough. Chelsea has done too much business for us to even judge if it is really the business they needed to do. So we don't know. I don't know on your side who has done the best business.
I think if we are to rate really Arsenal rank number one, especially that they did their business early, it's very interesting. We'll see if they can move on a few players as the window slams shuts tonight. But Chelsea, like you said, have done too much. So perhaps I'll give them the worst rating of the top sides. It will be very interesting to see how Mauricio Pochettino really tries to blend those players in. And of course, Chelsea will be starting the weekend off on Saturday at 5 p.m. They will be taking on Nottingham Forest, a team that has started well, if you really had to watch the games that they've been playing. But last time out, they scored two early goals, and then they squandered that chance to beat Manchester United. They ended up losing 3-2. They go to a Chelsea side that seemed rejuvenated at the weekend. Last time out, they beat Luton Town very, very comprehensively with a 3-goal win there. How do you think Chelsea approached this game, especially with the signings that they brought in?
Massive confidence. I think Chelsea was looking for that first win of the season, and you would see relief in both the players and the coach, Mauricio Pochettino. And having a consecutive game at home, Stamford Bridge, I think Chelsea would want to build onto the 4 points that they have right now. So to me, it's looking positive. And even with the signings they've made, I believe that the team that performed well against Luton should be given the chance to go out there and prove themselves. We know they've bought Cole Palmer, and it could be
45 million is a lot.
Unproven, but again, the 5-7 year deal is in place. So maybe it's one for a long term and they want to do it early. But the way Sterling, Tony, played in that game, even Jackson got his first goal. I thought Chelsea looked a decent side. I still don't want Chelsea to play 5 defenders, but it seems to be their system and they might stick with it.
It will be very, very interesting. Of course, Chelsea coming into this week, having seen the news of Levi Colville, their young centre-back there being called up for the first time to the England national setup. But Sterling lost out in that team that was announced. How do you think it will affect his game? Do you think he would like to show the coach what is missing out, and perhaps he'll have some say in this one?
Yeah, Tony, there's only one way to react to disappointment is by proving your critics wrong. So I think Sterling will look into his last 2 goals. It came late for me. I think it's the right decision not to include him into the England fold, but he has to go out tomorrow and get again a few goals. If he can do a double or even 1 goal, I think that would be a bell on the ears of Gareth Southgate.
It will certainly be very, very interesting. Chelsea coming against a Nottingham Forest side, do not discredit them, though we've been hearing some news that Brennan Johnson might be departing today and joining Tottenham Hotspur, a fee that has been mentioned of around £40 million. So it will be very, very interesting. He's been one of their key men, especially to start this season. But we know that they have acquired Anthony Elanga, and there's rumors that they'll be also wrapping up with Callum Hudson-Odoi. So it will be very interesting to see who then starts on the right flank tomorrow in that particular game. But we expect Taiwo Awoniyi to start in that fixture. He has been brilliant at the start of the season.
He's been brilliant, scoring in all the 3 games. And I think credit to Steve Cooper. He's lost points, but the performance
The performances have been solid.
Away at Man United, I think those two performances, you can't tell the boys maybe Chelsea is the big boy we can try to hurt. So
it will certainly be very interesting. I expect them to have a say as well in this particular one. I expect Awoniyi to continue his goal scoring form, and they have a knack of scoring early goals. We saw it against Manchester United. I think though Chelsea are now starting to find their rhythm. I've gone for 3-1 win for Chelsea.
I've also given Nottingham Forest a goal, and I think Chelsea will win this, though tied 2-1 Chelsea.
Big one, of course, kicking off our weekend of predictions. Do not go anywhere. We have lots more of the other fixtures. Stay tuned.